Right, week 17, we got the Bengals versus the Chiefs. So Kansas City is favored by 7 points. I'm going to take Cincinnati. I'm not really sure that Cincinnati's going to win, but that 7 point spread, Cincinnati certainly did not look good uh, in their last game against Pittsburgh at all. Not well, quite frankly, Cincinnati. Both teams look poor. That's really what it boils down to. Cincinnati played poor. Uh, KC is the one that really surprised me in that obviously you've got Patrick Mahomes. They're really wanting to finish that, and quite frankly, they're playing a very poor Raiders team. Cincy and Bengals, I think, is a lot more of a rivalry, if you will. I'm not. I'm sure the Raiders view everyone as a rival. I don't think Kansas City was really looking at the Raiders as a rival. But that notwithstanding, both teams I think are flawed. I wouldn't consider either one of these teams Super Bowl material. I think Kansas City is probably more flawed than what they would like to be. That 7 point spread, quite frankly, I think this is where the reason why I developed this model is I think people just look at Patrick Mahomes and he's very clearly one of the top quarterbacks in the league now and is going to be a Hall of Famer. So oftentimes it's easy to say, well, hey, they're playing a poor team. It should be a big point spread. But when you come up here and you look at the model is saying, yeah, no, it's going to be more like a 3.5 point spread. When I look at the raw numbers, that provides some difference. So I always encourage people, hey, look at the raw numbers. That would seem to suggest a 7 point spread. And then when I come over here to the uh, uh, Bayesian adjustment, is it adjusted back down to say, no, the model has been slightly underestimating both of these teams to about the same extent. And so as it really should be about a 2 point spread. Again, it's kind of hard in Cincinnati in that you have Joe Burrow who got knocked out like what week 6, but at the same time, or maybe it was more like week 9, something like those lines. But at the same time, they seem to have found a decent quarterback. On the other side, Kansas City, like they have Travis Kelce. I don't think they really have a whole lot else for Patrick Mahomes to pass to. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the projected performance numbers here. Uh, Clearly, you've got a rushing and a passing advantage over here for Kansas City. But I would point out that Cincinnati is not significantly below that in any way, shape, or form. Um, when it comes to protecting the quarterback, probably some more. You probably have more sacks over here going on for. Sorry about my cursor here. For some, I'm on a cruise, so the desk space here is not optimal. The one thing I point out is, man, look at all these interceptions going on. That's really what is I think hurting Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has no one to really pass to. Everyone knows, well, just double up on Kelce and make anyone else have to make a play, and they don't. And so you see that in the sacks. He's having to run around to make plays. He's trying to push things. He's throwing these interceptions, and then I mean, honestly, this level of explosiveness, I think is just unacceptable. When I come down here to Cincinnati, definitely more sacks than what you would want to see, but a whole lot better protection of the ball down here on, particularly for interceptions. The fumbles aren't really much to match there. The explosiveness is certainly missing that part. And again, these are head-to-head matchups, so these are not just overall. These are how these offenses match up with one another. And so with that, um, uh, uh, the numbers seem to show that it's going to be a closer game than what the point spread suggests. I don't have so just so I think I said it before. I'm on a cruise. I don't have access to the internet right now. I'm going to post this tomorrow or in the morning when I do get access, and then I'm going out on my excursion. So ordinarily, what I would do is go through and check the weather and the injury report. So I can't really see that right now. So I'm going to assume, and from what I saw, I didn't see anything big over the weekend. So I don't think that that's going to be a big player here. So I would expect this to be a closer game than what the point spread suggests. So anyhow, good luck and have a good weekend.